Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very rare video from me. I haven't done an F1 ASMR video properly for ages, and just randomly felt the urge to make one tonight because obviously this season has been getting a lot more interesting as it's gone on. Because obviously Red Bull's advantage has completely disappeared, and they now, well, Verstappen hasn't won the last 5 races, I believe. It might even be 6, I don't know. And obviously McLaren at the moment are the team with the strongest car. Lando Norris winning the Dutch Grand Prix by 20 seconds. And it makes you wonder, has Lando Norris got a chance at the World Championship? And the reason I was sort of thinking about all this was because there are a lot of similarities. There are a lot of similarities between this season and the 2009 season, which saw Jenson Button win his only World Championship. Might remember Jenson Button had an unbelievable car for the first 7 races of the season. He won 6 out of the first 7, I believe. And then the Brawn got completely nerfed because the FIA, the double diffuser, got outlawed. So Brawn ended up losing a lot of their advantage to the point where I think they only won 1 race after that. I think that was Barrichello in Monza. But it's a very similar kind of story, really, with, Verstappen and Red Bull having that early advantage, absolutely dominating the first part of the season, and then all of a sudden just losing it. I think there was something on I can't quite remember what part it was. Was it asymmetrical braking system or something like that? That I think Red Bull had to remove from their car, and as a result, they've lost the advantage that they had previously. And yeah, it's a very, very similar story to when, Jenson Button had a massive advantage for the first part of 2009 and then lost it. And then it was a case of, could Sebastian Vettel catch him in time? Given that Red Bull had the better car for the second half of the season and Vettel was making gains and he was closing Button down, and you were wondering, is he going to get there in time? And didn't quite happen, and Jenson Button managed to hold on. And you do wonder, is it going to be the same story with Lando Norris and Max Verstappen? Max Verstappen has a 70-point lead at the moment, which is just under 3 race wins. And obviously Norris winning by such a massive margin in Zandvoort makes you wonder, can they carry that pace advantage into other races? And if they can Lando Norris put a serious dent in Verstappen's lead? And the other question you got to ask is, can Lando Norris catch Verstappen in time and win the World Championship? Which is a question that 5 races into this season seemed absolutely unthinkable. But here we are. I mean, the argument is that obviously McLaren have had the fastest car at a number of races this season and have failed to make it count. Which is why I still consider Max Verstappen very much the favourite for the championship. I think he's still in the driving seat. He's done it 3 times before. Even though his car is not what it was, he's still up there. He's still fighting. He still knows how to get the best out of that car. And, obviously, Lando Norris has had several opportunities to win this year, and most of them he's let them slip. But maybe, just maybe, Zandvoort might be that turning point. It might be that race that gives him the belief to think, actually I can do this. I know how to see out races. I know how to win now. And that might well give him the confidence to, take the fight to Max Verstappen. Because that McLaren in Zandvoort was an absolute monster. Absolute monster of a car. To beat Max Verstappen by 20 seconds. I mean, first of all, brilliant driving from Norris. But second of all, that car looks fantastic. And if they can have that advantage every single race. I mean, obviously, I know you got a variety of different racetracks. You got Monza coming up, which is going to be totally different. Obviously, very much basis on high speed there, or the focus on high speed, should I say? That didn't really make sense either. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they have the same advantage at Monza, because obviously it's a very different circuit to Zandvoort. Because obviously there's a lot more straights, and like I say, a lot more emphasis on high speed, less on cornering speed. So it will be interesting to see what the McLaren versus Red Bull battle is like in Zandvoort. And then also you've got, so I know Mercedes had a shocker in Zandvoort, but they won 2 of the 3 races previously to that, and they look very strong on high speed circuits. Obviously Hamilton won in Silverstone and he won in Spa, and obviously Monza, a track with very similar characteristics, so you never know, Mercedes could be the favourites going into that race. You don't know. So yeah, there's a lot of factors in there. I think if Lando Norris is to win the championship, I think he needs a lot to go his way. He's going to need Oscar Piastri backing him up every single race, which he's capable of doing. Oscar Piastri, a fantastic driver in his own right. He's going to need Mercedes to not be ahead of them. I think he's going to need to win every single race, or at least win at least 7 of them, I think, and finish second in the other 2. But he's going to need to be up there every single weekend, and he needs to hope that Verstappen doesn't find something, or, Hamilton's not up there, or Russell's not up there. So he's going to need a lot to go his way. But, given how dominant McLaren were, is that how the rest of the season's going to go? I think it's going to be very interesting. I've never seen. I've been a Formula One fan since 2003. So this is my 22nd season of watching Formula One, and I have never known a season to get so much more interesting as it's progressed. I've never known a season like it. It started off so dull, so processional. Verstappen won by a mile. Perez came second by a mile. And everyone else filtered in behind. And then obviously Carlos Sainz won in Melbourne and gave you a little bit of hope. I know Verstappen retired from that race. And then obviously Verstappen came out, won the next 2 races, and you think, oh god, this is just going to be Verstappen. I came into this season and I thought Max Verstappen was going to win every single race unchallenged. I really did. So the fact that we've got 7 different winners this season is absolutely incredible. We've got 4 teams who can turn up to a Grand Prix and be capable of winning a race. It's, after last season, this is exactly what Formula One needed. And yeah, I'm so glad that it's delivered this season, because I think we were just so bored after 2023 with, Max Verstappen was at 19 out of 22 races. I mean, fair play to him, fantastic achievement. Max Verstappen is an exceptional driver, and, I've got nothing but respect for that achievement. But I think as Formula One fans, we want the sport to be as competitive as it can possibly be. And Yeah, I'm so glad that this season has provided much more competition. You know, you've got McLaren constantly fighting for wins, fighting for a championship. You've got both Mercedes drivers capable of winning races. Leclerc's won a race, Sainz has won a race. You know, it's fantastic. We need that close competition. Formula One needs it to have four teams fighting at the front week after week. I mean, yeah, okay, you probably put McLaren and Red Bull just in front of Mercedes and Ferrari, but it's still, going into a race weekend, you've still got one of four teams, one of eight. I say eight drivers because I know Perez has been absolutely useless this year, so maybe seven drivers. One of seven drivers that could win a race. It's it's absolutely crazy. But yeah, it's been a real surprise this season. I was tempted just to not bother with this season after last year. I just thought, you know what, I might just have a year off Formula One and not bother watching it. But I'm so glad that I stuck with it now because it's probably been one of my favourite seasons in 20 years of watching it. I mean, my favourite seasons of all time include probably 2010 when there were five drivers battling for the title. 2012 was an amazing season. So many different winners. You had Vettel and Alonso in a real close title battle. It was amazing. 2003, my first season, was fantastic. Schumacher, Montoya, Raikkonen, all in a really close title fight. 2021 was brilliant. I know there's a lot of controversy with how it ended and everything, and we won't get into that right now. But the 2021 title battle was fantastic. 2007, Hamilton, Alonso, Raikkonen, that was brilliant. And I think 2024 is probably up there. With one of the best seasons I've watched, and I really, really did not think I'd be saying that at all. It's been a real pleasant surprise. I'm so glad it's happened because Formula One so badly needed it. We've had so much dominance over the last 10 years because obviously you think you had years of Mercedes dominance, and I know there were competitive years within that with Sebastian Vettel challenging, and obviously the title battles between Hamilton and Rosberg. But we went from it's like Vettel dominance to, although I mean Vettel's dominance was only really 2011 and 2013, but Vettel's dominance in 2013, then you went for Mercedes dominance, and then we had that great battle between Hamilton and Verstappen, and then we went into 2022 thinking it might be a good battle between Verstappen and Leclerc, and then Verstappen ended up running away with it in the end. And then we had more Verstappen dominance last year. And then finally this season, it's been really, really competitive. And very, very, very happy with the state of Formula One at the moment. I actually go into a Grand Prix weekend looking forward to it, looking forward to finding out what's going to happen, which I haven't really done in a long, long time. So yeah, it's quite happy to, or it's great to have that excitement, to look forward to a race. But yeah, I'm probably going off topic now. But yeah, that's my take on it. I sort of wanted to kind of point out the similarities really between what's happening this season and what happened between Jenson Button and Sebastian Vettel in 2009. Obviously, Jenson Button managed to hold out, managed to get enough results to see him through. Can Max Verstappen do the same? I think at the moment I still have Verstappen as the favourite. I think he will put the car where it needs to be. He'll get the maximum out of it, and he will just keep picking up points. But yeah, I mean, depending on how dominant that McLaren is, if that McLaren is the best car at every track until the end of the season, clearly, then Lando Norris has got a hell of a chance. Really has. But yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see, and it's nice to have a bit of jeopardy again. Nice to have a bit of, something to look forward to. A title battle. But yeah, I think that's all for me for now. I know it's been a while since I made a video. I'm really sorry. I know I've been really inconsistent with it, but I do want to make more of these. It's going to be a lot easier now because I've moved into my own place and I'm in my own space, and I don't have to worry so much about other people disturbing me or things like that. So it should be a lot easier to make videos now. So yeah, if you want to see more of these type of videos, let me know, because I do like talking about F1. Do like having a bit of a discussion about it. So yeah, if you want to see more of these, let me know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think as well. Any opinions that you have about this season or about anything F1 related, really. Pop them in the comments. I think that's everything from me. So thank you very much for listening to me ramble about this. Hopefully I made sense. If you did enjoy the video, please consider hitting the old like button. And if you're new around here and you like what you see, why not get subscribed so that you can be notified of future stuff like this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks again. Take care of yourselves. Have an awesome day. And I will see you in the next one.